Financial loss often begins with an accidental leak, sharing the wrong information with the wrong person long before an investment turns sour. The modern culture of building in public encourages us to broadcast every financial milestone. We share our promotions on LinkedIn, celebrate new side hustles on Twitter, and post about buying our first stocks. Every post feels like a victory lap, but your wealth is a comprehensive data profile. It is a dense, interconnected web of your bank accounts, tax records, emergency reserves, and your psychological triggers regarding money. We routinely leak fragments of this profile. We mention our salary range to a casual friend, vent about a high mortgage payment to a neighbor, or share a screenshot of a crypto wallet on a public forum. By treating financial details as social currency, we voluntarily map out our exact net worth and our pressure points. The pursuit of social validation transforms a secure financial life into a highly visible, easily accessible target for both emotional manipulation and direct theft. In the early stages of building wealth, the most common mistake is announcing future plans. It is incredibly tempting to talk about an unlaunched business idea, a planned angel investment, or an upcoming property purchase. Sharing unexecuted plans invites immediate skepticism. Friends and family project their own risk tolerance onto your decisions, offering unsolicited criticism. This creates mental friction and paralyzing external pressure, often stalling the project before it even begins. The opposite extreme is equally dangerous: oversharing a lack of funds or revealing the exact size of your emergency safety net. Exposing your financial weaknesses or the exact limit of your emergency reserves signals to close acquaintances exactly how much they can ask for during a crisis. It opens the door to emotional guilt trips and direct financial exploitation by the people closest to you. Premature sharing during this foundational phase does not create accountability. It kills your forward momentum and exposes your exact limits long before your money has the time to compound. As you move into active investing, the primary threat shifts. The danger is no longer your close friends and family, but your peers and the broader market culture. Behavioral economics defines this as herd mentality. In retail investing, people possess a deep psychological urge to look to their peers to validate their financial choices, especially when money is on the line. This diagram illustrates what happens when you broadcast your trades. You start with a quiet, rational analysis, represented by this upward path. But by sharing your decisions, you invite a barrage of opinions, triggering FOMO, the fear of missing out, and emotional panic from the crowd. The noise becomes deafening. This external social pressure forces you to abandon your original logical strategy, causing you to buy at the top out of greed or sell at the bottom out of sheer panic. Keeping an investment strategy strictly private prevents this feedback loop. Silence operates as a required defense mechanism, actively shielding your portfolio from the emotional contagion of the market. When an individual's accumulated wealth becomes public knowledge, they move from being a private citizen to a high-value target for professional predators. Discussing your exact net worth acts as a homing beacon. It attracts targeted phishing campaigns, physical threats, and extreme social resentment from people who may feel they have a claim to your success. The ultra-wealthy understand this risk. They utilize legal trusts and strict non-disclosure agreements to systematically erase their public financial footprint, legally decoupling their names from their assets to remain invisible. Public mentions of success lead hackers to scrape your social media for personally identifiable information: your full name, date of birth, and mobile carrier. This data is the fuel for banking fraud, including fake customer support calls and deceptive QR code scams. This flowchart demonstrates a SIM swap attack. Once a hacker has harvested your data, they convince a carrier representative that they are you, requesting a transfer of your phone number to their own device. This allows attackers to capture your one-time passwords. The exact second they intercept that text message, they leverage the bypassed security to drain the connected accounts. Greater public visibility translates into a wider attack surface. Every financial detail shared is a potential entry point for someone looking to bypass your security. True wealth building requires balancing two opposing forces: aggressive income generation for your offense and absolute information control for your defense. Enforcing this defense requires strict operational discipline. You must relentlessly verify the identity of anyone requesting funds. Utilize physical hardware keys for two-factor authentication, and actively audit past social media posts that expose your financial status. There is exactly one exception to the rule of absolute financial silence: opening your books to verified, legally bound professional advisors who are paid to protect your interests. True wealth requires two shields, one for the money itself and a stronger shield for the access data. Financial privacy is ultimate security. To master the psychology of money and learn how to protect your assets, subscribe to Brutal Finance. And always remember, build your wealth quietly.